Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to my Amorphage Magician deck profile. The deck still needs a little bit of tweaking. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. And yes, this is on Dev Pro. But Ryu, you swore you'll never go on Dev Pro again. I said I don't like Dev Pro no more, because it fucks up on me. There's a difference. But still, it's pretty bad. So, let's talk about Amorphage Magicians and how the deck works, and I'll pretty much just go over the Magician Engine, because you guys already know Magician Engine, so I'm just going to briefly touch my 3 Dragon Pit Magician, 2 Dragon Pulse, 1 Irritum, which is the Amorphage, the Tribute Monster. It's level 8, so you cannot Pendulum Summon it, you have to Tribute it out, but it's pretty much to lock out your opponent from specialing from the extra deck that's not called Monarch. 2 Mist Valley Apex Avian, 3 Odd Eyes, 1 Zengi, 2 Oath, 3 Skull Crobat Joker, 2 Hyper, which is the Amorphage, 3 Olga, 3 Wisdom Eye, and 2 Cavum with 3 Pendulum Call, 2 MST, 3 Amorphage Infection, 2 Sky Iris, and 3 Royal Decree. Extra deck is as typical gets when it comes to Magicians, because these guys, Amorphage, don't really count on the extra deck. So you're probably sitting there going, well, how the hell does this deck work? Well, here's one of my favorite combos. Maybe you guys will understand from there. So Sky Iris plus Skullbat Joker is one of the best openings you could ever have in the deck, because you could pretty much just take an Odd Eyes, pop the Odd Eyes for another Odd Eyes, go for a Wisdom Eye, and then next turn Wisdom Eye into something else, right? So this actually allows you to go a little bit further. If you have Infection with that combo, when your Joker dies, regardless how it dies, you're going to get an Amorphage. And when you get an Amorphage, things get really stupid. When you tribute a monster, you get an Amorphage. And that allows you to deck thin extremely quickly. But why even play the Amorphage? Well, it's a fun variant. It's not meant to be like super duper competitive. I don't always post competitive deck profiles, to be fair. And Amorphage are just something interesting to really run with the Magician Engine, because it gives you a totally different look at the deck, and you pretty much sit there and go, huh? So you see how the deck in action. Now, you can play a level 1 tuner if you like, because, you know, you could go into the Notorious Beast, but wait, you can't use the extra deck, so there's not really a reason to play that. Just say, unless you could still go into Notorious Beast with that, but that's a thing. So let me break down what these guys do. These guys slow down the game state. So if you're playing Magician versus Magician, you pop your opponent's scales, and you drop the, Hyper and shit, they can only special from hand, and that's it. It's really, really good. Pretty much it locks out your opponent's extra deck. That's the Amorphage trick to it. But it was more of like a fun thing to do, so let me roll the duels right now, so that way you could see how the deck works in action. I could actually talk better about it. So this is actually against Heroes, and you could see opening hand doesn't look the greatest. I will not lie to you. So I set a card I actually passed, because I want to play everything freely without my opponent like trying to stop me. I want him to go into Dank Law, so I don't have to worry about it as much. That's cool. I'm going to flip up the Decree pretty much at this point in a second here. Flip up Decree after I have my Wisdom Eye, spam shit going on. Go into Dragon Pit. I did get rid of an Olga, because I have another Olga in hand, so I don't really have to worry about it. And then pretty much my opponent's locked out of his extra deck. So I could put massive damage in, and then he cannot make a comeback. I could probably just because the only thing is about the Amorphage, they have to be Pendulum Summoned to lock out your opponent from their extra deck. That's the only thing. You could typically just go Cowboy here if, I didn't Pendulum Summon that, but he cannot go into anything. So he actually drops like his cards like, hey, I want to go for an Exceed. Yeah, not gonna happen. Sorry, buddy. Not gonna happen. Top deck Sky Iris. My freaking Pendulum Zone is protected, and that's gonna be GG. That's how good this is. Like, it locks out your opponent from making that counterplay. It's just so good. So good. It's fun as hell to play, too. Now, this is actually against a subscriber, so I just want to say, hello! The deck, I opened terrible, and that's why I was telling him, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna, feature it, because at first the replay was so bad. I'm like, oh my god, this is just god-awful opening hand. God-awful. But it actually ended up getting a little bit better. He plays Twin Twister here. And it looks like he's playing Kaiju Clowns, which, that's a new one for me. But, go for the Odd Eye Swing. Trick Clown's gonna come out, take 1,000. And I'm gonna go ahead, go ahead. And he tributes my monster, and this is the funny thing. It doesn't care how they get tributed. As long as they get tributed, you're getting a search. It's so stupid. Plays remove brainwashing. Gonna eat that 24. It tastes so good. It just tastes so good. It's so yummy. Now you were probably sitting there like, wait, why the fuck did you special this in attack mode? Oh, just because I wanted to tribute and get another surge. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't expect him to have another kaiju in hand, to be completely honest. But I actually get another search. I'm going to eat 3,000. I could have been RTK'd there if you had something to follow with the clown. MST, break that back row. Dragon Pit, Dragon Pit, break that back row. Go for Ebon. Ebon, so good. Look at this shit with Ebon. Bash, attack, Ebon attack, and now you're left with really nothing. And then if I drop Olga, no extra deck, which makes everyone sad. But tributes my Ebon. I'm gonna get a search for it. Thank you for the search, man. Thank you. I appreciate the search power. And now I have 3 monsters, and this is where it gets stupid. I have 3 monsters against like anything like heavy extra deck wise. I have 3 monsters that say you cannot use your extra deck, and I gain attack points for each monster, like, and defense points. It's just Amorphage have so much potential, so much potential. I got one more replay for you, one more. So let's do this. This is against, I want to say, some kind of chaos deck, but I'm not fully sure. I think we lagged there because of Dev Pro. Probably like, I'm like, what the hell is that noise? Breakthrough skill onto the Skull Bat. That's cool by me. I can still do a lot of dumb things. Hello, Odd Eyes. How are you? Go for Wisdom Eye. Now, if my Skull Bat, we're gonna work through the cuckoo clock. I'm sorry about it, but basically, if my Skull Bat dies, I'm gonna get a card, which I did there, and I get a second one, and Twin Twister happens, and I'm sad in a corner now. I'm like really sad in a corner, jokingly. Get the Odd Eyes, go into the massive Wisdom Eye Odd Eyes, Mix Pex Avion, go for Ebon because I can. In this play, it's just so dirty. Get double attack, banish 1, take 36, take 21, take 25, and take 26. Nothing stands in that damage range. Is so good. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the deck. Give it a go for yourself. RNG on Dev likes to give it bad hands at times, so you gotta know how to work through them. Usually you can, but thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm out for now. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.